So guys, I just finished my phone call, that I told you I was gonna make, and obviously in it that plaza becomes alive, right? That's the idea, is for it to become alive when you get there. So pretty much you have to question here more than anything. When this happens to you and you realize there's not some kind of organized human being that wants to bother you, that employs all these people to bother you. No, it's anywhere you go, any country you go to on the planet. I have footage for you from Cuba, LA. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it from London. I went there about a month and a half ago. I was pretty broke. Everything was stolen. The entity needs to protect itself. As you know, how things were robbed from my own apartment by certain assassinitas, girls sent to, sort of do what they do best. Anyways, basically, the reason why I'm making this video, it's nothing new. All my videos are like this. I get bombarded everywhere I go. I can't even walk a meter without having to see something come across me, pass by, or whatever, car, people, whatever. Even in a place that, look at it. Pharmacy is a dead street, guys, in Toronto, from Finch and Shepherd. It's not a very busy street, but it becomes busy when you get there. Things moving, cars, tires, people looking in their trunks, eating pizza outside, kids screaming. This is the machine, guys. You haven't seen the best of it yet, believe me. It's too bad those certain videos were stolen from me last year. They were brutal. I've had 18-wheelers almost step on me. Anyways, this is the machine that they really do in real life to listen to how loud he's talking. That's not a cry for attention. That's to drain your energy, and suck the soul right out of you through your ears. Now, certain things like this, if they're done in front of you for half an hour, maybe a couple of hours one time, maybe once a week, you probably won't even notice. And you shouldn't. It's normal. Fine. But when you live in this machine, believe me, you will feel it. One day you will wake up and open your eyes, start to ask questions, and you will see everything the way it really is in life. Now the bus comes, so I wait a long time for the other one. It's brutal. It's like this entity controls everything in your surrounding, wherever you go. It could be the mayor. I'm not kidding. I've seen the one responsible for Scarborough. I don't know where he is, the MP or whatever, a Greek guy. Purely controlled. It's mind-boggling. You start to think to yourself, am I living in the show The Walking Dead? But I'm all alone? What's the difference between this and maybe they look nicer, normal, like us, but what are they doing to you? The problem is it's very sneaky. It's hard to notice. And they've raised us through the last 50, 60 years with this notion. Look. I come to cross. Who comes walking towards me? And there's a garbage truck that wants to make a left turn. At the time I cross, and desperate to do it, he's about to run me over. I have 15 seconds left. Why is this guy honking? See, he honked at him, and now the other guy honked at him. See, what a creation to make noise. These are desperate acts by this entity. They never did that before this bad when I lifted up my phone. They try to protect themselves at least, but they're desperate. I'm gonna rip. See all the ophthalmologists in Toronto. Now I wanna walk that way. Look, they're still walking towards me. Look at this place, it's dead. There's nobody in it. But around me there is. This is the machine, guys. When you hear that in movies, if you look at the movie Glass, you watch it. You look at the ending when the lady goes, we're just trying to create balance in society, not to let these superheroes out. Well, they depict them as superheroes in the movies, and they are. How? And if all things fail, in the end, we'll put the machine on them. Listen to what she says. Watch a movie like, what's that? The funny superhero one with the red costume. Man, I keep forgetting him. Not a wasp or a woman or whatever. The other guy. Man, I can't believe I forgot it. There's one that he did, the last one. Deadpool, the second one. You see the little kid from New Zealand And all the superheroes, what did they do to them? They put a collar around their necks to imprison them. That's the microchip, guys. They're doing that in real life. Microchip is not coming in 10,000 years. It's been here since the 70s. And it got really small in the beginning of the 90s, like that's why they call it nanochip, like a dot, a pen. You grab a pen, you put a dot in a paper, it's that big. It's in your eye. They could see through it, hear you, know your location on GPS, everything. There's enough proof on the internet, on RT, Russia Today, they mentioned there's a guy there, you name it. So they put the machine on you. And the problem with the machine, you're like, okay, well, when people wake up and realize it, they'll just go remove it. It ain't that simple. It's a machine of torture where you're dysfunctional. It's like Neo in the tubes, all the tubes stuck to him in the Matrix. They're ripping the soul right out of you. You can't function. Psychological warfare, noise, motion, people mistreating you, hospitals kicking you out, people in your building making noise for you 24/7. It's just brutal. So I've taken all these attacks. I've woken up completely. Now I've gotten to a point where if they come to slap me, I'll give them a kiss. You have to get to that point, and you have to understand that, yes, this is not a natural, it's a supernatural entity, but you got to understand the people that are standing in front of you, those are still human beings. I don't care if they have a soul or not. They are living creatures that have a right to live, just like you. You have to take that into consideration. They're like you. They have just as much right to exist. You have to respect that. You have to treat them like human beings because they are. Once you understand that and start doing that, you will start to beat the machine. Because the machine is an influential, provocative entity that's supposed to make you come out there and cause problems by stimulating you from the inside and irritating you and provoking you, whether it's covert, sneaky, brutal actions. You know? Because this entity itself, what it's doing to you, it's not really physically touching you. So look at all the bus stops. Nobody's waiting anywhere but mine. They don't know what they're doing. They don't. It's like they're mind controlled. They get ordered to go over there, move their arm up at this time, scratch their eye at this time. I am not kidding, guys. This is not me talking. This is proof on video. Watch my videos. You have to understand it. Once you grasp that fact, and yes, it may be that the world today is exactly like The Walking Dead and all these zombie movies, and the apocalypse has been here for 20 years. It's not coming. Because everyone's soulless. But that doesn't mean there isn't a system built. That even this entity, even though it has a lot of people that control the system from the top to the bottom, it has to abide by its own rules. Because it created this machine, it's not going to destroy it just for one. There's a lot more people out there that's being done to them what was done to me. So once you take that into consideration, you have to understand another thing. Now a lot of buses come and dump tons, come out and lower and upper, and so it gets activated, the area. That's why if you watch a movie like The Matrix back in 98, they tell you they want to make a human being, turn him into a battery. That's what a battery does. It gives electricity. Things come to life. Whichever area you go to, it gets illuminated. By the way, illumination, it's all about electricity. If you look at the earth at nighttime, look at the areas, the geographical areas that are lit. Those got illuminated. That's this all-seeing eye entity from the other realm came in and is trying to embody itself in our world. It wants to exist here and take over us. And it's devouring us that way. It built a grid where it can pin us on it and pin its own corpses so they can easily mimic us. Anyways, so I mentioned a lot of words and now they're going to stop here. It's brutal. It's brutal. Nobody comes here, guys. The street pharmacy is almost dead. And they keep on walking slowly towards you. Towards you, pass by you, stop over there. Now they'll walk over there again after. And they'll go back over there, pretending they're doing things. It's just brutal. Look at all the other bus stops. How come nobody came there? Only to the one I came to. Look. Look, now they're coming. You see? Big trucks. Woo. Cars flying, left turns, right turns, this turn, that turn. That's the machine, guys, in real life. This is it. These are the vampires, the zombies, everything they tell you in the movies. And I will prove it to you, and I have proved it to you in other videos. I'm going to make you an amazing movie. Now that I'm about to discover all these things, you're going to notice in the world a lot of big events are going to happen to distract this information. No, I'm not a narcissist. I'm not cocky. I don't think I'm the best. It's the truth, guys. I've done this to you in other videos before, and I've told you that she's going to run. Because when it's an empty area and it's quiet, if someone's walking, it's not enough. Only one person, they run to make up for the other people that are not there because it's only one. Anyways, and for no reason, there's no hurry. What's going on here? Nothing. Is the boss here? No. Oh, to catch the light? Well, she could have walked slowly, caught it on another, in the other turn. Anyways, doesn't matter. So what was I saying to you? It's pretty much a one-man, the system, the big brain that's controlling all these people, trying to protect the system by not letting the real independent thinkers to infiltrate it or move up the ladder. This is why they pin the machine on you, which is a combination of attacking all your chakras, depriving you of the basic essentials in life. If you're a male, they get women to tease you. If you're a female, I guess they get males to tease you. I don't know how that works. But anyways, attacking you in everything that you would need as a human being to function properly in life, to be whole. Look into your weaknesses and emptinesses, depriving you from them, and teasing you with them over and over again all day long on a daily basis. That's a part of the machine. The people around you, the conversations, they're not conversations coming from their mind. They're all psychologically warfare based. If you're addicted, let's say, to weed, you used to smoke a lot of weed when you were young, every single person you meet or every other person will mention something about weed, pull out rolling paper in front of you, say to you, oh, my friend the other day, or if it was, let's say, heroin, they'll say he OD'd on heroin to remind you of it. All conversations are based on that. Watch my videos. I'm going to give you some more. All of them. Every single person around you, including your own family. It's mind-boggling. When you get to your house, your mom is cleaning the floor as soon as you come in. You get to the hospital, they start to clean. You walk into a bank, the guy comes out to sweep. It's brutal. Watch my videos. So, and it's not only humans, guys. I hate to say this, I don't like to admit it, but there's a lot of other people that mentioned it, so it makes me feel safe. For some reason, the wind and the insects and the birds around you, they're always around you. Watch Truman, the first scene of the Truman Show. When he comes out of his house, you can't stop hearing the birds tweeting. I'm gonna show you a lot of clips and a lot of things. And, but mostly I'm trying to, create a base here with this video mentioning these movies and, trying to show you the movie Annihilation is a great one. Sorry, Extinction. Extinction 2018, where they admit that there are two kinds of people on Earth. The robotic ones are the ones that belong to one man with no, independent thinking. And the other ones, but they flip things upside down. They say the humans were exiled to Mars, they're coming back. No, the humans are being enslaved here in crop circles, mazes, surrounded with their people all over the place. Wow.
On the white line, please.
$120. Is there a huge event happening or something? What's this busyness?
No idea. I'm right on time.
It's strange though, ain't it? I don't see this busyness around here at this time. Or maybe people are breeding more nowadays, huh? Or maybe everyone's happy to see me, I guess.
Well, lunchtime. So guys, constantly, wherever you go,
That's the idea. That's the machine. Which doesn't touch you physically, but it touches you in every other way and attacking every single sense you have. Guys, your eyes are designed to look at spaces, open spaces, as a human being for a reason. Our ears are supposed to hear quiet for a reason, because that's food, soul food. That's nurturing your soul when you do that. You need at least a couple hours a day of that, and not locked up inside your apartment listening to some record. No, outside in nature, looking at things just quiet and subtle and in peace. So when you're deprived from that, this is a scientific knowledge of human beings. This machine that they put on you, that's been acquired over the last 10,000 years by one brain that doesn't die. And you look at a lot of movies out there, they tell you this guy, the last witch hunter, Calder, is at 10,000 years old. He doesn't die. Guys, this entity speaks to you in every single movie it makes out there. Every single one. Okay? Every single one. That's how I figured out this information. Not mainly from movies, but by comparing what I was experiencing on video, a garbage truck, and comparing it to the information that's been given to us, and looking at every single piece of media that's been shoved in our face out there, and finding things in it that are and exist in my surroundings and are being done to me on a daily basis. So, I mean, I couldn't record inside when I saw the doctor because I had to check out the surgeon, the ophthalmologist that I'm being referred to, his address and his exact name, because I just checked it out yesterday. Nicholas Nianaris on 245 Danforth or something. That I got a referral from the walk-in clinic, but he was trying to demotivate me from getting it by telling me, I'm not your family doctor. If they ask me for information about your file, your history, I can give it to them. I said, just give it to me, don't worry. I called them yesterday and I asked them, and they said, yeah, just walk into a walk-in clinic and get a referral. So now he sent them the referral. Obviously, I called them, and at a time where they should have answered, it wasn't lunchtime, they didn't. They said they were away. I left a message. I want you guys to stay with me and keep track of all these things happening to me, how they will be repeated. The same actions. That's how I woke up, because a lot of the same actions were done with me in 5 different countries by different people. That's how I woke up. If you notice in the Truman Show, Truman wakes up almost in the same way, because he sees a glitch in the system, something that's not logical. Because what's being done to us isn't logical, guys. We just don't notice it. We're all wrapped up in our lives, stressed out, worried about money or whatever, and bad news. Guys, this machine is also a breeding ground of negativity. I forgot to tell you about the conversations. A psychological warfare thing. Oh, this guy's father died of cancer. His mother, they chopped her legs off. So these are the kind of conversations you hear from people. It's designed to pretty much to hit every single weakness you got and keep your whole environment miserable, dim, with negativity and stress and irritation and constant, reminders of all the bad things that happen to you. Constant reminders of all the bad things that could happen to you if you do a certain something, so you stay in worry and in fear. Take what I'm telling you into consideration and try to apply it to your life, and pay attention to the people around you and the way you're being treated if you think you're going through this. And I will bet my own life, bullseye, same exact way, because this machine, this grid, this whole world was built to attack us in the same way, every single one of us, because it's a human science. The tactics, they're based on human science, what dismantles a human being and makes him dysfunctional and hopeless and miserable. And how do we distract him? By putting a tube in his house, which pretty much it's a huge rabbit hole, telling him stories about past wars and political events and to come wars, and it's all bullshit. Once you realize that everything in that tube is a masqueration, it's an act. The world's a stage, we're all merely actors. There's a reason why Shakespeare said that. All right, guys? Because in a way they are. That's why you look at the Truman Show. Christoph with all the actors. One brain on top, telling all the actors on the bottom, inside their heads, what to do with Truman. All right, guys? Game of Thrones. The White Walkers. You see the man commanding all of them. They're dead souls, dead bodies. He tells them to go, they go straight into the fire. Because there's nothing in there. It's not an independent thinking entity. Guys, those aren't just for entertainment. They tell you it's for that. It's this entity speaking to you in its format, in its ways. Oh, we got a lot of garbage trucks today. Disgust is a huge one. Watch every movie you see nowadays, how it's designed. Certain things are inserted in it that don't need to be. It's uncalled for. You know what I mean? They insert them in there for you. Disgust. They turn you on, then they disgust you. That's a major one that's used. It's a tactic. It's sort of like showing you something that you want, or that you can make you feel good somehow, some way, and then sucking the flavor out by disgusting you or distracting you with something noisy or scary looking. Or I've gotten to know all these things because I've spent 1 year and 2 months right now since my awakening, observing and learning how am I being attacked, and not knowing where the punches are coming from this invisible entity that's just making me feel like crap the whole time. Well, if you pay attention, you'll find out why. There's a logical explanation for it. You don't just get depressed in life because something bad happens to you, guys. We're strong human beings. That doesn't happen to us. There's another reason why this is happening to us. There's another reason why we're all doing drugs, depressed, schizophrenics, autism. All these weird things are coming up. There are reasons for that, guys. All right? So this whole system that we live in, this electrical grid and everything built on it, it's arc. See that? How she came to throw something in the garbage? They do that a lot too. The disgust. It's a huge element. So there's a reason for that, guys. It's built not by chance. Okay? It's built for a reason. For this entity's survival. This entity needs to survive. This is how it survives. It's got dead corpses. It doesn't know what to do with them. It needs to activate them. It pins a microchip in you as a human, and it gives them a reason to exist, to move, to circulate. This is gonna sound really weird to some new people, but look at my other videos on my channel. So we're in the process of proving something which has existed with us for the last, I don't know, 10,000, 20,000 years, almost from the beginning, which is a great discovery. It's not easy to prove fully to the logical eye, so we're gonna keep trying. You know what I mean? That's the main thing, is to prove that. Once we've proven that, everything will change. Alright guys, I don't know if I'm gonna record some more. I'm getting cold here, so I'm probably gonna stop for a bit, listen to some music, chill out, and I'll be in touch. Alright? Talk to you soon.